Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your great support. The PLP party leader, Mother Karua, who has had consistency in fighting for social justice, has badly ranted the President, William Ruto, on the matters of failed leadership and some incompetence cases, and the interviewer had to divert his questions from or about William Ruto to the oppositions and other matters because Martha Karua was fully charged against William Ruto. And she has spoken about some few things which I want us to look into. But before I show you that video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to humbly request you that if you're watching this podcast and you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and activate the notification for more updates. Like our videos, comment and share to show your support to our work in this channel. And to those who have already subscribed, we say thank you very much for your support.
You found us talking about the recent by-elections that took place yesterday, and UDA managed to take all 4 seats, and that is what I was actually asking CT, because we are hearing of all this chants of 1 term. Of course, there's 2 term, and you could, from the recent events we've seen, for example, maandamano yenye yalifanyika last year and the year before that, it looked like the ground had shifted, but these election results seem to say otherwise.
I have not received any report from the ground yet, but I know for sure that in a free and fair elections, it is difficult for UDA to win even an MCA seat.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for the report because the polling was very clear.
Yes.
The UDA candidate in Ivurore, for instance, where we had a candidate who stepped down for the DP candidate. I know the polling. The UDA candidate was not even number 3. It was the DP candidate.
Right.
There was an independent candidate, then our candidate, then a UDA. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's no way.
Yeah.
No way
so
that the voters could have changed overnight. I'm waiting to hear the report.
Yes.
I'll not comment without hearing those who are on the ground. Yeah.
All right. I guess then we will wait for that particular moment.
Yeah. And the challenge, even for the general election, is how we mobilize, vote, and guard the vote. Because this manipulation of the electoral process is to make people lose hope and see that voting is futile. That is what we must fight against.
Right.
And people must remember that whereas it's easier to manipulate by elections, it is not the same in a general election. There will be over 53,000 polling stations.
Yeah.
They will be stretched. They cannot abuse security on that day on the scale that they do in a by-election.
Are you suggesting, or are you saying that in these recent by-elections that took place yesterday, they were not free and fair?
They cannot have been free and fair if UDA was said to have won Ivurore and anything in Bere. It cannot be. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting to hear the reports on the ground.
Yeah.
People are done with them and everybody knows. Ruto himself knows. If he has any favor, why is it that they have to employ goons? We have seen goonism. Kenya has become Haiti. Goons reign free, escorted by the police.
Yeah.
So goons are in charge. Why do we have goonism? If he has any favor with the people.
Right. There's this other story of ODM, and there's a tweet you tweeted, I think it was a couple of days ago, where you cheered the group of Sifuna on.
Of course.
You told them to go louder on their particular cause.
Yes.
Are you supporting them breaking out of ODM? Are you supporting
I'm not
them
supporting
fighting?
anybody breaking or fighting. I didn't start the fight.
Yes.
I am just supporting those who are bold enough to say their truth. Those who stand up for what is right. Yes. And even though I'm not an insider in ODM, it was clear to everybody that Sifuna, the only sin Sifuna committed was to express very clearly that he would not support Ruto. And he also disagreed with the framing that the Honorable Raila had left them instructions to support Ruto in 2027. If that is a crime, then freedom of speech is a crime itself.
Yeah.
Now, Martha Karua has spoken about these issues which I want us to look into. Number one is the issue of goonism. Remember William Ruto, when he was campaigning in 2022 for his presidential seat, he said and promised the people that he will protect them against police brutality. And now, if you look at what is going on in the country, you can see he is against his promise that he made to the people. And even he said he has no regret to the remarks he made by saying that the police officers should shoot the people. The police officers should shoot one leg. You see, he was asked that and he said he doesn't regret those remarks. Now allow me take you back a bit. If you look at the protests that have been happening in this country since 2024, and even the recent attack on Rigathi Gachagua in Othaya, there were police officers who were operating alongside goons. Yes, there were goons who had rungus, and they are operating with even Kenyan police vehicles having number plates, you see, but no action is taken against that. Remember, these things happen and both sides give claims to the others. Rigathi Gachagua gives claims that the government is the one sponsoring these goons, and the government as well tells the people that Rigathi Gachagua is the one stage managing his attacks. And if you look at the protests, goons were all over Nairobi CBD, but no action was taken against them. You know, the government is trying to give us a perception that the oppositions are the ones employing the goons, so that we see it as a normality that how watu they are used to employing goons. And that is what the government is trying to tell us. You know, the government has the powers to do investigations and tell us who are these goons, who employed the goons, and where did they get the guns, the tear gas, or the rungus, or whatever they've been using, even the police vehicles. But they don't do that. Hapo wataenda wanyamaze kimya, hawataongea chochote kuihusu, like they don't know it.
Ati Ruto two term, Ruto Singapore. Fana you know all. Ama wewe unatumia sisi.
Number two, Martha Karua has spoken about the right of speech or freedom of speech. And this is the reason why Edwin Sifuna has been punished in ODM. Just because he's saying the truth or he's giving his view. And let me show you some soundbite from the President William Ruto during their time in ODM when there were some wrangles in the party about giving views and respecting the party leader.
Hii chama wakati tulianzisha ilikuwa chama ya demokrasia. Sasa imekuwa dini ya sanamu. Usipoabudu mtu fulani unakimbizwa. Usipofanya hii unafukuzwa. Yaani sasa imekuwa kama ile chama ya Bunwasi. Ukubaliwi kuuliza swali. Ukiwa na maoni tofauti ni makosa. Ukijaribu kuuliza swali unafukuzwa. Sasa hii ni nini? Hii chama ya ODM sasa nasikia iko sheria mbili. Rule number 1, the party leader is right. Rule number 2, in case of doubt, refer to rule number 1.
So that is it now. We can say that the freedom of speech is being killed in this country. Because if you stand to say or to give your view, then you are wrong. As other leaders are seeing it, you are against them. And now I even agree with Honorable Kibagendi. And I trust his statement when he said, he claimed in the parliament that the 13th parliament has been auctioned and it was sent out by the speaker. And I want to tell you, no, that speaker, Wetangula, nimekuwa nikimpima at any point when a leader is speaking about some important issues or matters concerning the ordinary mwananchi, he will try to stop the leader and prevent that statement na hakikishe amemnyima chance ya kuongea. You know, that 13th parliament has nothing to do with us. Yes, because it has come meaningless. It is not even addressing the people's problems. It is not addressing our concerns. They are only there for their own benefits. Only some few members of parliament will stand and say, this is wrong and this is wrong. You see? And that is what has been happening. Lastly, let me speak about the matter of elections. The voting, for example, the by-elections that has taken place in Bere, you know, and it is not even this one, this recent one. There is a previous by-election that took place, and it took place in Bere, in Malava, in Kasipul, Magarini, and I think some areas also. And if you look at what happened in those by-elections, if you keenly followed them, you'll realize that what transpired in those elections was not what we can call free and fair elections. And you will agree with me that the UDA candidates only won the votes by rigging. I mean, election malpractice. You saw even what took place in Malava, where Ndakwa was elected under the UDA ticket. There were some weird actions that took place, and Seth Panyako was even attacked. The same took place in Mbere, where Leo Wamudende, they attacked the polling station and even interfered with the ballot box. But nothing was done against that. No action was taken against that. It was only to ensure they win the elections because they are busy giving us that perception that they have numbers in various regions. You see, that is what they're doing. And I want to assure you, you know, if the 2027 general elections will be free and fair elections, I want to tell you, William Ruto hatashinda hiyo. Yes, kama itakuwa free and fair, William Ruto hatashinda. And there is high stake of vote rigging in 2027 than even the previous elections. The stake of presidential vote rigging in 2027 will be very high. You know why? ODM was supposed to replace the Mount Kenya region after that mistake of impeaching Rigathi Gachagua. But now the ODM itself has turned to become a threat to William Ruto. Now, William Ruto has no option and he is clinging on Oburu and Wanga. That ODM team has no votes. They don't have the numbers. Yes, he better accept he bought the wrong ODM because the real ODM is with Babu and Sifuna. Hapo ndo kuna number. And you see that Oburu camp, hapo hakuna kitu. William Ruto will not get anything from that. And I've seen struggles of even the deputy president, Kithure Kindiki, is now struggling to get the numbers to create that perception that Mount Kenya region will vote for William Ruto. And let me tell you, no, watu wakilipwa wa-attend, hawatakataa ku-attend because they don't have that money. Hawezi kataa kuchukua pesa. Pesa atachukua. But the question is, after nimechukua pesa na sijakupigia kura, what will you do? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.